1, 2, 3, 4 years completed, but time just will not stop. In terms of quests released per year, this one sits at the top. 23 full years of questing, Caves of Bank must stay alive. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2005. Welcome back to November 22nd, 2005. Still training agility. Still got stuff to do here. There is 75 agility. That is a quest requirement. Access to Flash Powder Factory. Heffen sentry posts. Butterfly catching increased catch chance. Ruby Harvest barehanded catching. And then a whole bunch of bonus multiple pickpocketing. Quadruple Knights, quadruple Polymnium Bandits, triple Watchmen, triple Menophites, double Gnomes. So, technically we get the pickpocketing bonuses here, but the other things don't exist yet. Hunter, Zerny posts, Plague's End. We'll worry about that later. For now, we technically have another agility thing that's happening on November 28th, 2005. The Barbarian Outpost agility course got a slight XP buff. Still worse than Wilderness, for obvious reasons. Just a little bit of changes to the agility XP again. Overall, we work with what we got. The XP rates for things, the partial drop tables of things. We try. We try to make things about right here. In other news, the Jagex shop. Currently only available in the UK. Get ringtones and wallpapers for your phones in 2005. Ringtones. Amazing. And actually in the game here, we get the next quest. And that is Rat Catchers. Not the best quest, as we will find out. Requires Icklarin's little helper, and at least starting the giant dwarf in order to get access to Keldegrim. Presumably that was changed at some point too. Required items. A cat, or a hellcat, which doesn't exist. We have cat. And cat is definitely the correct level to have here. A kitten technically works, but is way too slow. An overgrown cat doesn't work at all. So, regular cat, just what we want. We need rat poison, which we can pick up in the Clock Tower dungeon from way back when we did Clock Tower. Had to poison some rats. We have to poison some more rats. We're going to be catching rats, poisoning rats. No big surprises there. 4 pieces of cheese for the rats also. I'm sure they're going to love that. Unicorn horn dust, clean Marantil, a bucket of milk, the cat speak amulet, a pot of weeds, which is just an empty pot filled with farming weeds, about 10 raw fish or buckets of milk. I don't know about all that. Maybe some just regular fish will do. We should probably figure that out. Anyways, starts over in Varrock, talking to Gertrude. Let's go grab all this stuff and get started. Well, that was a bit of a trek. Had to buy a rake to rake the weeds to put in this pot because tool leprechauns don't exist. Had to go and buy a pestle and mortar to grind the unicorn horn dust, and also need a tinderbox for the quest because tool belt doesn't exist. Just all over the place. All over the place. Got a cat out. Cat speak amulet. Had to go to the Sphinx to get that back. It's been a whole thing. Let's begin here. Gertrude, how's it going? Talk about the Rat Catcher's quest. Oh yes, before I forget, I think there are some people you should meet. Who's that then? Well, there are these 2 ladies who know a lot about rat catching. Except rat catchers. Oh, really? Where would I find them? They generally are to be found in the sewers underneath Varrock. A horrid place, I should know. I wouldn't have thought you would have much business down in the sewers. I've had to drag Shilop and Wilho out of there more times than I care for, the little rascals. I don't know which is harder, raising kids or cats. Thank you, Gertrude. I'll be sure to have a look for them. Just go to the sewers. Have a great time. There's the kids. Like, apparently you're constantly going to the sewers. And also, just basically wandering around. And there's a whole separate thing there. Climb down manhole. The Varrock sewers. Enjoying the graphical update here. That's later. Does look quite different. There's also, I think, different paths you can take to get to places. It's a whole thing. We'll be using pretty much none of it. I guess here are the two people we need to talk to. Grimesquit and Fingspet. Oh, hello. What's we got here? Despite being in a vile-smelling sewer, your nostrils still pick up a sickly sweet, vinegarish odor, which is wafting from their general direction. What's you want? Oh, hello. I was told by a friend that you know a lot about rat catching. I was wondering if you would teach me a little. We knows lots about rat splattering. Yeah, we knows, but why should we tells you? Well, I am a great cat owner myself, and I'd like to meet other people who are also interested in the same things, and who can perhaps teach me and my cat a trick or two about rat catching. Do you hear 'em? Why? They thinks fuzzies do trickses. Ah, everyone knows there's only dogsies do trickses. I don't think they knows anything about catching ratsies. Sets 'em a task and we'll sees. If you catches 8 rats with your fuzzy, we'll tells you Rose. How will you know that I've completed your task, and what's a fuzzy? Your cat's stupid and will smell 'em. Alright, I guess. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but what choice do I have? Asides. It's definitely something here. With that, she picks up your cat and takes a powerful whiff of it before placing it gently back on the ground. Are you alright, cat? I'll live. I was bored with this chatterboxing. Let's see some more ratses. Excuse me? The gruesome twosome seem to have lost interest in you. Turn their minute intellects elsewhere. Okay. Hello, new cat. We can talk to and pretend we've had conversations with before. How old are you now? Not too old, not too young. I think I'm just right. True that. Interact with cat. Chase vermin. Go ahead and get that nasty rodent. Yes, food. Kill that rat. Meow. The cat goes off and immediately gets stuck behind a dead fisherman. Brilliant. Hey, still got it though. Well done. You got it. I'm gonna count that as a win. Try to move into a more open section of the sewers here. All these extra bits. The ladder's here now in the middle. That should be fine. Chase more vermin. Kill the rat. Seeks out nearby rat. It's going for it. A jump and a success. So we need to do 8 rat catches here. It is called rat catchers, so can't be too surprised there's going to be some rat catching involved. There's 3. Chase the vermin. They can get behind things and it's just kind of a problem sometimes. And another one. Doing very well so far. This part of the quest would be more difficult with a kitten, because kittens are much worse at catching rats. And it'd be impossible with an overgrown, because they can't catch rats. They just kind of refuse. It's a whole thing. It's also possible that the only reason we are succeeding so much here is the 2015 update to make catching the rats during this quest easier. Cats are pretty good at catching rats, but not quite this good normally. Which we'll see later if we do more rat catching stuff. Good job, Puss. We really showed those rats what's for. What for? Oh, never mind. Just a turn of phrase. Speaking of turning faces, shouldn't we get back to those ugly sisters? Suppose so. Judgmental, the quest. Here we are. I got Diratsies for yous. What's up with them? Did I tell you they were a bit thick? Eh? What a slack-jawed, mindless creature. Yeah, like what's I got Diratsies mean? Hmm? Hang on a second. I thought you were thick. Ah, we were only playing with you. That was funny. We should try that again on the next adventurer who comes along. They're so gullible. Believe anything you say. Okay, you've had your laugh. Now will you please show me something about rat catching? There's not much we can teach you here. No, not much at all. No, not much at all. What? So just caught all these rats for nothing? Here, have a rat pole. Here's what. Hands you a rat pole. What can I use it for? You can stick to ratsies your fuzzy catches onto it. Thanks, I guess? Will we tell him about Jimmy? I doesn't knows. You got all the dead ratsies with you. Ha ha ha. No. Go on. Tell him about Jimmy. Go on. You should talk to Jimmy Dazzler in Ardoin. He could show your fuzzy a thing or two. You have a feeling they'll get no end of fun from that joke, and you begin to question their intellectual capacity once more. Rat pole. That is a wild way of holding this in legacy mode here. You can put rats on this. Interact with cat. Chase a vermin. Let's get a rat on the rat pole. Sounds like a huge win to me. Would you like to add to the pole? Yes. Wow, it sticks out from the side there. This is working perfectly. This is great. You hold it more like a staff normally, but wild. I guess it's kind of similar to how we were holding the Mjolnirs last time. Yeah. We're just gonna run around with this, looking absolutely wild. But let's continue on to Ardoin. We're gonna talk to Jimmy Dazzler and get out of this sewers with these apparently ugly people. That's what we said. Judgment, the quest. Anyways, we can also smack people up the head with the rat pole. Probably. It's pretty wild. Let's find something to smack. Oh, this paladin. Whack him with a rat pole. Yeah. Like a two-handed sword kind of thing. It's not very effective as a weapon. Looks absolutely ludicrous. Just somebody shows up at the castle with a rat tied to a stick and beats you to death with it. It's a situation, that's for sure. Okay. Anyways. Moving on to Jimmy Dazzler. He's in Ardoin. Right over here. Right behind the pub. Got house. Jimmy Dazzler. Hello. Ah, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I've been expecting you. You have. I have. Those repulsive sisters from the Varrock sewers sent word. At the thought of Fingspan and Grimsquid, he shudders. An odd couple. Anyway, they said you could teach me a thing or two about cats. I could, but I would need a motivation. I didn't get rich enough to afford clothes like these. Let's check out his clothes. Yes, very fancy. By giving out help freely to every adventurer who came my way. Maybe I could help you out with something then? Ah, that's music to my ears. Well, have you anything for me to do? Or will that come at a later point? No, I've just the ticket, right here. He gives you a dazzling smile. His pearly whites, both pearly and white. Gosh, those teeth are very white and sharp. Well, I know where he gets his name from. Jimmy Dazzler. Dazzling smile. Yes, this is just the ticket. Here. Got your hands full, don't worry. Hold on to this map for now. Come back when you're less burdened. There's the you need one inventory space. But also technically the rat pole. That's fine too. Jimmy! Let's get our thing he wanted. Let's do his ears. It's got just the ticket. Take a good and long look at this map. You look at Jimmy Dazzler's map. On our directions to a country manor located outside Ardoin in an apparently densely wooded area. Now, a wealthy client of mine, a merchant of high repute, is having a soiree. A what? A party. Looks at you. He gives you a look of disdain. Now, please don't interrupt any further. He has a problem, a small furry one. So he wants me to go to his place and kill some rats? I can sort that. No probs. No. It's not that simple. He can't afford to have you seen on his premises. A vermin catcher were to be seen on his manor. Think of the damage it would do to his reputation. Oh, I see. So I have to do this covertly. That's it. That's the very ticket. Jim Dazzler dazzles you with another one of his trademark smiles. Now I'm going to cast a spell on you that will allow you to carry out this task with some element of safety. Are you going to cast an invisibility spell on me? That would make it easy. Not quite. You receive an uncertain smile. You see that his confidence in you isn't limitless. The spell will wipe the last few seconds of memory from anyone who spots you, and also teleport you a small distance away. Wow, that's some spell. I said that comes in handy. Jimmy gives you a knowing smile. He's got a lot of different smiles here. It's the ticket, my friend. It's the ticket. Without another word, Jimmy waves his hands about and mutters something under his breath. Uncomfortable now, you search your pockets to check that you're not missing anything. Where'd you learn that spell? If I told everyone all my secrets, would I be as well off as I am now? You decide not to answer. The question was obviously rhetorical. Well, let's get on with things. Carry out this simple task, and I'll aid you. Now scram and get going, and remember, the map's your ticket. Oh yes, one more thing. Use a cat to dispose of the rats. Swordplay is really too noisy. Using your cat is the ticket. Precisely. Alright. Read. Directions. Scroll containing directions to a manor in a densely wooded area near Ardoin. Got some whole scale theory going on here. There's no densely wooded areas nearby. But it's also, in canon, a multiple day trip between cities. Instead of, you can literally see from one to the next. Follow the directions to the house. Let's get going. And now, the stealth portion of the quest. We've got guards guarding the manor. We need to sneak past them and not be seen. They're walking. They're guarding. They got whole paths they take. We're running past with a giant rat pole. Everything's great. Past the first guards here. See where they walk. It's coming all the way in here. See exactly what kind of detection they have here. Frontal cone. Nearby. I'm going all the way in here. We just need to make it into the mansion. That's the first problem. Can't exactly do any extermination with the rats inside. When the rats are inside and we're outside. It's looking that way. We couldn't really run past here, I don't think. Let's see what he does next. What is on the move? Right, we get past here. Sticking to the outside edges of things. Works for the most part. But this guard's looking this direction, so can't get past here just yet. The real complication comes once we are inside. Assuming things haven't been changed. Let's come back this way a little bit. Waiting. waiting. Now he's walking there, which isn't particularly more helpful. See if we can get him out of the way entirely here. There's also a symmetrical guard over on that side. Their movement patterns aren't quite synced up, though, it doesn't seem, which is a problem. Guard. They're whistling. Okay, see if we can go for this one. Before he moves again, he's just looking at this tree here. No minding us. Okay. And they are occupied. Climb up the trellis. Up here, we find a guard looking right there, and another guard over there. This is very unbalanced. You can just run through here. Right behind him. Yes. Okay. Into the first room. We can already see a rat here, so we definitely need to go over there. Just need to be careful for the patrolling guards. This one's looking this way. They probably catch us. This one's looking in the corner there. Loop around here. Beautiful. And cat is currently stuck in the corner. Luckily they don't notice the cat, so that's great. Let's get down here. Chase the vermin. We can also put these on the rat pole, so that's great. 10 horrible rodents caught in total. Amazing. We can put another rat on the pole. Lovely. Another one. We need to fill up the entire rat pole here. So far, this has gone better than typical. So that's great. All the rats in the same location on the rat pole? That's odd. It should be a 3 rat pole. And we can't just kill the rats. That's no good. Chasing more vermin. And we can definitely feel the chances to successfully catch rats increased. Oh, there's 4 rats in here. It's just hanging. They're all just hanging this direction. Wild. You can also get a look at the party going on in here. We got the silk merchant, fur trader, Tanisha, the gem merchant, Cyril, Cornelian, spice seller, Ali Morrisane's here. Also Halgreave. Quite the party they got going on. Let me get to the one more rat here. Oh, 2 more rats here even. Catch the rat. There you go. That's the pole? Yes. Fill this up with rats. Lovely stuff. And chase another rat. Right there. The rat manages to get away. So yeah, it is possible to fail. That just usually happens more frequently. It can also fail if it gets behind a thing and then can't reach it. Normally there's more rat catching issues. Nope, failed again. We're just absolutely blowing it on the last rat here, it seems. Got it. And that is an achievement for filling up the rat pole with the 6 rats that stick out this direction. Looking absolutely wild here. Okay. I think we still need to get over there. Get that last rat. And that one could be slightly difficult. With the way the guards are guarding, they're doing a good job, obviously. We can't really get out currently. If we can try to do this without ever getting caught, that'd be perfect. Debatable if that's going to be possible. Because currently, our escape is obviously covered by this guard. We could try to make use of the whole mind memory wipe and teleport away feature. We can get away with not doing that. That'd be perfectly fine, too. See, now he's looking away, but he's here. Totally would see us if we tried to escape right like this. See if they can go that way and that way. Try to make our way past. I think we might be a little close to this guard. Yeah, we managed. Alright. We do need to worry about the door here, which we can't close. Amazing. Chase the rat, quickly. Alright. And succeeded. Good job, Puss. I think that about wraps things up here. Yeah, I suppose so. This covert rat killing just comes so naturally. Really? Why is that? I'm a cold-blooded, claw-toting kitty. Hit kitty. A what? A callous cat. I knew you had a dark side. I have many dark sides. Well, we better get out of here. Let's do it quietly. Let's see if we can get out of here quietly. It's gonna be a problem with the guards here, though. Try not to stand too close to the door so they see us. Okay, so this one is out here. We need to get past him. So we're really not gonna be able to leave until he goes back in. Technically, we could probably teleport. Where's it find that? Read the directions. There's directions to here, actually. We're gonna keep them until I complete Jimmy Dazzler's task. No, technically we have. I don't know how effective getting out of here is gonna be. Because I have to wait till he's in here, then the other guard's gonna be in here. We managed to sneak in well enough. I don't think we're gonna have as much luck getting out of here. So we need him to be in there, and him. We need them both in this room at the same time, essentially. You might get to here. We might be able to make it. We can give it a shot. Why not? He didn't move, but he did. So now they're going to switch sides and we won't be able to get out. Honestly, went smoother than typical. Let's go for it. Beautiful. Alright. Climb down the trellis top. And that counts as escaping. Brilliant. I'll take it. I will take it. Hey, Jimmy. Ah, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Aren't you just the ticket? I am. Congratulations on a job well done. You'll teach me all about cats now? Ah, now that's something I didn't say. Jimmy flashes you an unconvincing smile. Right. Well, what if I want to know about cats and overgrown cats? Ah, now, when it comes to overgrown cats, Hook-Nosed Jack is your ticket. Where would I find him? He should be in the roughest area of Varrock. Knowing him, he likes a good scrap, does Jack. I'll tell him to look out for you. Alright, to Varrock. And a very specific portion of Artic. There's a lot of rundown sections here. If you're looking for hard areas, no better than over here in the corner. Open the gate. Hook-Nosed Jack. And it's Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, isn't it? Jimmy D said you'd be along, so what can I do for you? You can't help but stare at Jack's mangled nose. It's not really huge, but dreadfully crooked. I wonder if you can smell around corners with that nose. Sorry, yeah. Jimmy Dazzler told me that you're the ticket if I wanted to learn about grown cats. You quickly avert your gaze from his face. Do you have a problem with my face? With determination not to show any signs of embarrassment, you look Jack in the eyes. No, should I? I guess not. Just at most, forget it. So will you help me? Or do I have to do some task for you first to prove that I'm worthy or in payment? No, I'm too busy. Well, oh, come on. No, really. I'm just too busy at the moment. I got 3 jobs going at the minute. I just don't have any time for helping the likes of you out. Look, if you need help catching rats, I can lend you a hand. I got some good hands-on experience from Jim Dazzler, Fingspet, and Grimsquit. Ah, you've met the sisters. Lovely girls, aren't they? What? Does this guy have any taste? Or sense of smell, for that matter? Yeah, lovely girls. How about I take some of your workload off you? Then you could have some time to teach me. I suppose there is this job I have just south of here. I need to get someone to clean out a warehouse of rats. Should be a simple job of poisoning a few rat holes. Nothing too complicated. So will any type of poison do? No, you need to use rat poison to kill rats. You can make it yourself. I'm sure you've seen some lying around. Would this stuff do? In the words of that rogue Jimmy Dazzler himself, that's the ticket. To poison the holes, you need some bait. Use some cheese for this. Pour some of the poison on the cheese, and then place some of the poison cheese in each of the rat holes. Okay, can do. Report back to me when you're done. I want to get this job wrapped as soon as possible. Fair enough. If you didn't bring the rat poison, you can also make it yourself. With a quarm and red spider's eggs. Which is more difficult than just popping down to the clock tower dungeon and making it yourself. Or just picking it up. Pour a tiny drop of rat poison on the cheese. And now we have poison cheese. We can click to eat the poison cheese. Worth it. Let me think about this one. No, that would be stupid. I'm just out here. Making good choices. Not drinking rod oil during Hero's Quest. Not eating poison cheese. We're just doing great. We're doing a great job. Up here, a whole bunch of rats ratting around. And also Pox. He is Hook-Nosed Jack's cat here. Poison cheese on the rat hole. This poison cheese near the rat hole. Hear the scurrying of little animal feet, followed quickly by the sound of something devouring the cheese. That's one last rat hole. Better finish the job off quick before they start to reproduce again. Rat holes, poison cheese. 1 for 1. Good stuff. They're just devouring it. Having a great time with all the poison cheese. Another one here. Devoured. And the last one in this hole. And that should be good. That should do the trick. Those rats should soon die off. Lovely stuff. Down the ladder again. Back to Hook-Nosed Jack. Right over here. We can also see Pox outside here. I think all the people we've talked to have had cats running around. The other ones just weren't as story relevant. I've completed your task you set me. Now that you teach me, give me a sec. Oh, come on. I've gone and done a job for you. The least you could do is say thanks or something. I'm upset at the moment. I just found my cat Pox, and the poor thing is half dead. Oh. They found Pox at the warehouse you were working at. He must have eaten some of the rats you poisoned. Ah. Can I help? I feel somewhat responsible for this. Can I help in any way? There's an apothecary here in town. Seek his help. Tell him that the poison was made from red spider eggs and quarm. He should know what to do. Go quickly. Alright. To the apothecary. Yeah. Eating poisoned rats. Not an ideal plan. Just like eating the poisoned cheese was not a good idea. Problem solving. Don't eat poison. Got it. The way the rats hang off of this is just wild. Apothecary. Right over here. Also, near some of the more rundown sections. That's okay. And there. We could get a nurse or doctor's hat. Don't need that right now. Something else. The apothecary. I brew potions. Do you need anything specific? Yes. He's got a lot of options for things. But I need to talk about cats. As I said, I'm the apothecary, not the vet. Would you know anything about poisons then? I'm quite the expert, excuse me. How about rat poisons and anti-poisons for cats? I think I can help you with that. Try me. Okay, hook-nosed Jack's cat, Pox, ate some rats which were poisoned with a quorum and red spider egg-based concoction. Not Pox. What a personality. I remember. Hang on, no. I have no time for dilly-dallying. I know just the thing that will sort Pox out. Great. What? Well, cats are simple enough to treat. Just bring me a bucket of milk, some ground unicorn horn, and a leaf of Maritil. Apothecary carefully mixes and blends the ingredients together, then hands you a bottle of cat anti-poison. Quick, get this to Jack. If I know the man at all, he wouldn't have sent someone else to do this if his cat wasn't seriously ill. True. Back we go. We're just clipping all the way through a building. Wild. This is a wild stance we're holding this with. It's pretty great. Legacy mode. It's a thing. It isn't a whole thing out here. Clipping through another entire building. And another one. Just minding your business. And then 6 rats on a stick phase through the wall. As you do. Hey Jack. Have you got the anti-poison? Yes, I've got it right here. Hand the vial of cat anti-poison to Jack. Thank you, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Thank you so much. No worries there. I'd be sorry to see any cat come to harm. I have to have a word with you about the job you did in the warehouse. I did a good job, didn't I? You didn't quite finish the job I set you. Hang on. I thought that all I had to do was poison a few rat holes, and that was it. Well, one rat survived. The biggest and nastiest one of the lot. Hang on. That wasn't part of the deal, was it? I'm afraid it was. You said you'd clear the warehouse of rats, I do remember. Did you now? Try to convey a sense of skepticism in your voice. I did, now get to it. Fine. The biggest, nastiest rat. Let's go deal with it. Rat bowl. Up here. Open all the doors, climb up the ladder. My goodness. Let's see this nasty rat. King Rat. Master of all rats. Big enough for a cat to get through this hole in the wall. Cat, would you walk around? There you go. If we can talk to the cat here again, we'll go through the wall, or we just have to click on it. What I'm going to do now, pick it up. Yeah. Cat. Come here, furball. We're venturing together again soon. Maybe some mouse catching, you know? Soon, I promise. But soonest is fighting the Rat King. Pet cat. Hole in wall. The rat inside the room looks very vicious. Could definitely hold its own against any cat. Do you want to do this? Yeah, go in there. Your cat squeezes through the broken wall. Perhaps you could also supply the cat with food through this opening. Be careful in there, cat. Hiss. Here he goes. And King Rat. Go get him, kitty. Cat on rat. Battle for the ages. Preparing with food through the wall. We've told the cat to be careful, so it'll be in a more defensive stance. We're doing 0 damage, which is also still doing damage to him, which is wild. Battle is looking fierce right out the gate here. I'm not going to try to risk anything. Give him food, back to basically full health. Lovely stuff. A whole shark will definitely do that for you. It's pretty great. Battle. It's interesting that all the numbers are 0. It's probably fine. The health bars are working at least. You can do this in 1 shark. Not that it matters. We can get as many sharks as we ever want. No reason to be stingy here. Keep the health nice and high. Get that king rat. Get out of here. Lovely stuff. If you go for the more offensive option, probably do more damage, but also take more damage. As long as you bring enough food, you're good to go. The rat is dead. Okay. Pick up cat. Through the wall. We said, come here, cat. Cat did not. Cat's just in there. Cat's probably fine. We'll pop out and teleport to us when we go other locations. Rat King defeated. Very cat combat. Whole thing. Whole thing. Quick nose jack. My sources tell me that you were successful in killing the rat. They're not wrong. I must admit, I was getting a little worried for my own cat's safety too. Your own cat? Yes, I had to use it to kill the rat. He was too far out of the way for me to get at it, so I sent in the fuzzy. There's hope for you yet. That's great. So you can tell me about grown and overgrown cats then? I'm no expert in the larger cats. If you want to train overgrown cats, seek out Smokin' Joe in Keldagrim, the Dwarven City. Alright. And to Keldagrim. How exciting. Gonna be a bit more of a trek there. The cart system exists. That'll probably get us over towards where we want to be. The one up here that's now in the Grand Exchange doesn't though, so we'll just make our way to Keldagrim. Or just teleport. I'll be fine. Here we are in Keldagrim. Next, we talk to Smokin' Joe. He's already wheezing. Oh boy. Hi, what are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. Joe splutters a few times, but finally clears his throat. Sorry about that. Wiped some phlegm from the corner of his mouth. I'm trying to smoke these pesky rats out. Joe breaks into another bout of coughing. Ew, what a disgusting little dwarf. And whoa, look at the size of those ears. You notice the dwarf's enormous plate-like ears, which are constantly twitching as if he's trying to tune them to some unseen and unheard source. After 2 attempts, Joe gets his breath back and eventually manages to speak. He's just coughing up the world here, my goodness. Anyway, I'm trying to get rid of these rats. My lungs just aren't up for it like they used to be. Ew. I could help you. I'm young-ish. That'd be fairly good set of lungs on me. That's... The dwarf suddenly starts frantically waving his arms about, gesturing that he's unable to catch his breath. You give him a forceful pat on the back, which just launches a, ew, actually I don't want to look at that. Take it from me, it ain't pretty. Oh, that's better. Oh boy. It takes in a deep breath. Much better. What's up with your lungs anyway? Sure wasn't it years of blowing smoke into rat holes that done this to me? That was probably with the pipe I used to smoke. Alright, where? What? You offered to help me? Oh, of course I did. Now, what do you want to get these you want to get rats out of here? Rats in here? How should I go about doing that? That's simple. Simple. Take this pot, light the contents, and blow the smoke into the hole. You look at the pot the dwarf offers you, and notice that it's half covered with fluty green stuff that Joe's coughed up. No way, I'm not gonna touch that. It's so disgusting. Hey Joe, would you mind if I made my own? I might break yours. The dwarf looks skeptically at you. How am I gonna get out of this one? You know, you'd probably catch some of my germs. Cross-species diseases are incredibly dangerous. I heard of this one village of gnomes who... You're right. With my lungs in this current state, I just can't take the chances. Sweet. So how do I make my own rat smoking device? Just a simple pot, stick some garden weeds in it, light it, and then use it on the rat hole. Great, I'll get to it. Pot of weeds. Smoking. We got a smoldering pot. Contains slowly burning garden weeds. Amazing. We got a rat hole here. Smoldering pot on rat hole. We blow some smoke into the hole, and rats come out of the hole. There you go. The rats quickly scamper back into their holes as soon as the smoke clears. This isn't working the way I thought it would. And so, we need teamwork and strategy. Cat, over here. Do we use it on the thing? The cat, the cat. Mechanically, there's some situations with this. That doesn't work. Got the cat. Talk to the cat. Use the pot on this hole. There's a draft blowing out of this rat hole. Okay. The cat. Talk to Smoking Joe again. Have you got the job done yet? No, not yet. You know, your lungs seem to be a lot better since I volunteered. Maybe you could try it again? Just a deep breath. Maybe there's some hope for them yet. I appreciate your help hugely. Fair enough. I'll get back to it, but I appreciate any points you can give me. An extra pair of eyes or set of claws can often come in handy. What do you mean by that? Joe just shakes his head. Cats. Let's see if we can't get this working right here. Smoking on the rat hole. Hey, hardcore Ironman, Artic. Hey, talk to me. What's that, cat? Can't you see I'm adventuring? Look, I can't let you keep doing this. You're doing it all wrong. I am? Well then, smarty pants, what should I be doing? What we have here is a 2-cat job. Every time you try to smoke those rats out, they run out of the hole. Only problem is the smoke clears fast enough for them to run back in before you get over there. I know that. Well, then why don't you let me help out? Tell me when you're going to start the fire. I'll race over and get the rats while you're smoking them out. Great idea, puss. I'll get right to it. You know the drill. Get going. Exterminate, exterminate. What? Sorry, I got a little carried away. Teamwork. We get our smoking device, smokes out the rats, and they come out and immediately get chopped. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Hey, cat. Great job. What an ambush. Haha. Huh? You know, you really scare me sometimes. Still wheezing. My goodness. Got him. You got them. I think I may have had something to do with it. Joe screws his face up tightly, and his ears start to wiggle a little. Did you now? Well, of course. You'd hardly expect that a human to do a rat catcher's job. Wait, what's going on? Do you have an amulet of cat speak as well? No, I don't need such trinkets. See these ears? I can tune them to any language I like. Well, you're responding in cat. Yeah, well, that's not too difficult. It's just really a case of trial and error and being a good mimic. Tuning your ears is the hardest part. You could show me how to do that? I just don't think you quite got the ears for it. Well, good show. Good show. I guess you'd like to know about wily cats. Wily cats. Look for the face in Port Sarim. She'll show you. Okay, thanks. Port Sarim. There's still really no good ways to get to Port Sarim quickly. Yeah, teleport to Falador and get down there. Eventually there will be very, very good ways to get to Port Sarim for very good reasons. Not yet, though. Not yet. Technically, there is a spirit tree patch nearby. That doesn't... We don't have spirit seeds yet. Or the farming level, so doesn't really matter. Anyways. Talk to the face. Ah, you peasant. Felcrash wishes to speak with you. The face comports herself in the air of haughtiness, uncommon to those with appearances as ugly as hers. Okay, where would I find her? You should find her nearby. Felcrash. Originally, she was below. Hello, the face said you were looking to talk with me. Indeed. word has gotten to me from our other Ratcatcher chapters that you are quite a talent. Well, I can't take all the credit. I had more than a little help from my cat. Modesty, a trait seldom displayed by adventurers these days. Too many more like you, and I'll lose half my business. Why is that? Epic poems of bravery and heroics aren't usually commissioned by the shy and retiring. Smokin' Joe said you knew a lot about training wily cats. Indeed I do. It's for this very reason that I requested to talk to you. So you show me how to turn my cat into a wily cat? No, not yet. No, I need you to carry out just one task for me. One task, huh? A singular one? Only one? Well, experience has taught me to expect as much. What must I do? Nothing too difficult. Just rid the port of every single rat with just one action. What? Are you serious? Deadly. You see a manic glint in her eye, which you had previously missed. But why? Why one stroke and not slow eradication? I want to write a new poem. But I'm touched that you want to write an epic poem about me, but why can't you write the poem about seagulls or daffodils or something? Well, seagulls rarely make good essential characters. They're a bit too flighty. Besides, the poem is about me, not you. Sorry, I don't follow. I myself carried out the very same feat once upon a time. So why do you need me to repeat your most heroic of feats? It's all about objectivity and integrity. I need to be utterly divorced from the process. Okay, I suppose. So can you tell me how you went about achieving this? No, therein lies the challenge. Why does it always have to be like this? Destroy all the rats in Port Sarum. Right, wild. There's a wily cat. The face. Hello. Oh, it's you again. She glanced at you with a barely disguised disdain. Wonder what her problem is. Have you spoken with Falcrash yet? Yes. You notice a rather unkempt-looking cat nearby. So its bedraggled appearance, it exudes power, strength, and intelligence beyond that of a normal cat. That's an interesting-looking cat. Ah, yes, Belle. What a cat. Falcrash trained her for me. Shortly after, she single-handedly charmed all the rats of Port Sarum and drowned them. I love that story. My favorite part is how she managed to get rid of all the rats. Would you tell it to me? I don't know. I really shouldn't. I'll get the story out of her. A little sweet talking should do the trick. Oh, please tell me. I'm sure you'd tell the story. Wonderfully. You have such a pretty... Yes? The face's face perks up at the mention of the word pretty. Voice. Oh, just quickly turns sour again. Dang. Which complements your radiant aura. That should do the trick. Oh, you're too generous. Do you know something? I think I'll tell you. Mind you, don't tell Falcrash about this. She'd only get sore with me. She's the storyteller, not me. One day... And that is how she drowned the rats. You just about managed to stay awake through the long and turgid recital of the story. The snake charmer of Pondovnich, from what you gathered, seemed to play a critical role in the story. Perhaps I should pay this snake charmer a visit. Besides... Alright. Pondovnich. Also, don't have a super convenient way of getting there, so we are going to teleport and then take a carpet. Should be great. Pondovnich. Snake charmer. We talked to him a little bit during the feud. Being a snake. Manager. The snake charmer. Excuse me. The snake charmer ignores you. You'll have to find some way to make him pay attention. There a coin in the money pot? Yes. The snake charmer snaps out of his trance and directs his full attention to you. I'd like to talk to you about animal charming. That depends. You can literally see the glint of money light up across his eyes. No way. No way what? The glint begins to wane a little. I've already given you some money. Listen, I'd like to ask you about someone. Go on, who? Falcrash the Bard. Pah. A look of disgust crosses his face. I taught her all she knows about animal charming, and then she uses the knowledge to kill. What's wrong with killing vermin? They're dangerous carriers of disease. Music should never be used to kill. I remember when we used to sing about love, not war, not killing. Oh, things were a lot better in those days. So there's nothing I could do to get you to teach me how to charm rats? Not a thing. What about money? A glint of gold temporarily flashes across the charmer's eyes. Now we're talking. How much are we talking about? I'll teach you for 6,358,917 coins. I don't have that much money. You're a resourceful-looking adventurer. I'm sure you'll work something out. Forget it. I don't care. That's one more coin than we have. Now you've blown it. What? I'm offering something invaluable. And you'll quibble over a couple coins. Walk away slowly. Start slowly walking away from the snake charmer. I'll do it for half the price. Keep walking. A quarter. Don't even break stride. You'll what? An eighth? No! What do you mean by no? I mean, I'll give you no more than 100 coins. So you've caught the snake charmer on the hop with the walking away con. An oldie, but definitely a beauty. Alright, so the charmer sells you a flute and some music. Read the music and copy what it says when you play the flute. Should attract rats to you like flies to a bucket of dung. Alright. Music scroll. Looks like this. And then play the snake charm. We have 8 pages, which we need to make line up with the music here. We got full 3 1 2. Full 3 1 empty on the 3rd page, 2 in here, and then full plus all but 1 completely empty, all but 2. And did it save the last ones? It did not. We have to go through this, all 8 pages, putting in the correct ones each time. So, 8 things to remember. I'm just take a picture of the flute here. That makes it easy enough. So it's full on page 1, 3, 1, 2. A little bit of inconsistent interface work also. There's one here, and the empty one, and then this. Play it. I think I should play that tune here. Do 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 do. Back to Port Sarim. We got all we need. At Port Sarim. Unfortunately, the flute doesn't remember. I have to plug everything in again. There's 8 options and 8 pages. All kinds of stuff here. Then 2 empty. I guess there's 16 because of this button. Octaves and all that. Page 6. Page 7. There's definitely way more things you can do with this. But this is gonna be good enough. Play. Boom, 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 boom. Rats start appearing out of nowhere, seemingly drawn to your music. And they're just dancing, having a great time, following us. Is it 3? It was 3 the number of rats in town? They are jumping into the sea. Look at this pillar is blocking. Oh, here comes some more. They're all gonna jump into. They just got stuck. They just gotta fling themselves into the ocean now. My goodness. Hypnotizing. Wild stuff out here. Wild stuff. Each rat in turn throws itself into the water and drowns. My goodness. My goodness. Okay. Back to Fell Crash here. Fell Crash. Ah, I did it. Did you see me? Yes, I saw. Now what can I do for you? Don't keep me overly long. I'm trying to complete my poem. You show me how to train my cat into a wily cat? I can only train overgrown cats into wily cats. Quest complete. 2 quest points. 4,500 thieving speed. Rat pole. Ability to train overgrown cats into wily and lazy cats. And name your lazy or wily cat. Amazing. Let me get some tracks here. Music tracks. For going to the rat pits. Much like this sandy hole here, there were places to go down into the rat pits in each of the locations except for the first one. This hole here in Port Sarum was for the wily cat pits. Telegram had overgrown, regular cats were in Varrock, and kittens in Ardoin. Going down into the rat pits, you would find a whole bunch of other rat catching enthusiasts and their cats. And you could participate in gambling on your cat's ability to defeat the rats. Kill the rats quicker, and you win. And this was against other players, and you could gamble money. Definitely an entire thing. You had different options, much like when fighting the king rat, whether you want the cat to be more aggressive, and there was a very real chance of your cat dying during the fights. And then you would obviously lose since your cat was dead. The rat pits were completely removed in 2016. Partially because the whole gambling bit, and it was very, very buggy, the rat pits minigame. So that is gone. And we can't even go down into it, because all of them have been blocked off and removed. Imagine little combat rings with rats in them. That's pretty much it. We got the rat pole. It holds rats. It doesn't do much else. And then there's the wily and lazy cats. Get yourself an overgrown cat. Talk to Fell Crash here. And become a wily cat, which is even better at catching rats, which is really good. But then if you don't catch the rats, they get lazy and become lazy cats. Then you need to train them back up in order to be wily again. Eventually we will have a wily cat, but much like the other multiple times that we've had a cat for things, we now need to not have a cat. Inventory space. And we're going to be hitting things that won't allow cats before we get to a point where we can actually keep it. So once again, we got a new cat to help us on our cat-related adventures, and now we need to get out of here. This one's probably going to be more successful in the wild, since it became a fully grown cat instead of just chucking a kitten out into the wild by itself. Go away. Go on, get lost. I was going anyways. You're probably the worst adventurer ever. I bet you'll get killed by a chicken before long. Shoo, cat. You gotta wonder when they're gonna stop respecting our cat-related antics. We're a mess. We are a mess. And we don't need any of this stuff. Soloing pot, the music scroll, snake charm. Don't need an amulet cat speak if we don't have a cat. Get rid of that garbage. Drop, 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 drop. Destroy the directions. Don't need to go back to the party. Live in the dream. More quests. They're a little bit less disgusting. Next time. Goodbye.